Packers have a lot of things to do this offseason. Matt Flynn's probably going to be gone.
Donald Driver will be gone.
Donald Driver's going to be moving on. We'll be seeing him in a different uniform next year, whether you like it or not.
I said he would too.
I could see Jermichael Finley will be gone.
Jermichael Finley will not be gone. They'll franchise him and sign him to a contract. You can't cut a free agent, but he's not. He's not a bad player. I think confidence was his issue. We saw it with James Jones the year before. The difference is with James Jones, when he's having drops, you can sub in a guy like Jordy Nelson because they've got such depth at wide receiver. They don't have that depth at tight end. So when a guy like Jermichael Finley isn't showing up, they've got nobody else really to plug in. So I would expect them to franchise Finley, sign him to a contract, and then maybe draft a tight end. And then if they have to make a move at the end of the season next year on Finley, they will. But I think he's too talented of a guy to move on from at this point. 49ers-Giants this weekend. I think we can pretty much end the debate. Eli Manning is an elite quarterback. You know, he wanted to be said or spoken about in the same breath as Tom Brady in the beginning of the season. I think he's earned that. You know, he might not have the 40, 50 touchdowns the guys put up this year, but he did have close to 5,000 yards, 15 fourth-quarter touchdown passes, and he's in his second championship game of his career. Definitely an elite guy. He just trounced the 15-1 Packers, and he's got a good shot this weekend of going to and possibly winning a second Super Bowl, which would be more than his brother Peyton.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. Now, an interesting storyline going into this game is the no one believed in us card. There's always that team. It was the Cardinals, a couple of years back. Last year it was the Packers. There's always that team that gets hot and is the no one, plays the card if no one believed in us. In this NFC title game, you're not going to see either one of that. I think both these franchises and these teams respect each other. They both know they were the underdogs last week, and it's just going to be a stiff, tough championship game at Candlestick, and it's definitely going to be the better of the two championship games this weekend. I'm really looking forward to it. They played earlier this season. The Giants lost by a touchdown when Eli Manning's pass was batted down on fourth down by Justin Smith. This game, I think, is going to be just as close, and it'll be interesting to see which fourth quarter quarterback shows up this year there for this game. We want to talk about Eli Manning's heroics in the fourth quarter. How about this statistic? Alex Smith, 7 fourth quarter comebacks this season alone. That's awesome.
Better than Tebow.
Playing great football right now. I mean, this game could go either way. Hard-nosed football game. I'm giving it to the Giants personally, just because of Eli Manning. They're not going to be able to run on that defense. Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman are going to eat up the middle at that linebacker spot. So they're going to have to pass the ball, and that's what Eli's shown he can pass the ball on decent defenses, if not good defenses.
Yeah, but this may be the best defense in the league. You've got guys like Carlos Rogers and Patrick Willis.
It's not going to be easy. But I think Eli, if he's elite, he'll show it in this game.
Well, I think he is elite, and I think he will show it. And if they do lose this game, it's probably going to be because of their defense. We've seen the Giants lose games before where Eli Manning has had to go shot for shot in the fourth quarter. And, that clock only ticks for so long, and sometimes you just don't get the ball back. I don't know. It's definitely going to be a great game, and, I think it brings back the idea of defense wins championships. 3 out of the 4 remaining teams are defensive teams. I mean, the Giants, obviously, to a lesser extent, because they do have such an explosive offense. Who do you pick in this game, Cole?
San Francisco. It's going to be the Harbaugh Bowl. I don't think the Giants can stop San Francisco's running game. And if they do stop it, Alex Smith will just start passing.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the X factor here is the running game. The Giants have the worst running attack in the league. Yeah, they busted off a couple big runs last week, but that's because the Packers can't tackle.
They can't.
That will not be the case this weekend. The 49ers are maybe the best tackling team in the league. And I cannot say the same for the Giants if Frank Gore gets hot. And Alex Smith is confident. Vernon Davis is confident. Michael Crabtree did have a few drops last weekend, but it was his first time on the big stage. I think they'll have that worked out this weekend. I don't know. I'm kicking back and forth with this game all week. It's tough for me to make a decision on this one. It's going to be really good. I'm going to go with San Francisco 49ers 27, Giants 24.
A guy who's going to have a big game if San Francisco wants to win is Aldon Smith, their rookie outside linebacker. He's been playing great football lately, and when he's lining up next to Justin Smith, they're going to get to the quarterback, and that's the only way they're going to be able to stop Eli, I think.
Yeah, you definitely do. You're going to have to hit him. Last weekend, Eli Manning had time in the pocket all day. And
he could have taken a nap.
He sat back there for 15 seconds one play.
Yeah.
15 seconds.
You cannot give a guy like Eli that much time, but I don't see that happening this weekend.
Their pass rush is too good.
Their defense is so good. This is probably the biggest championship game I've looked forward to since the Saints-Vikings 2 years ago. That was a great game as well, and you might see something very similar in the closeness. This may even be an overtime game. These two teams want it that bad. But I'm going to go with the 49ers. And so then my opinion will be a 49ers-Patriots Super Bowl. Tom Brady takes on his the team he cheered for and rooted for as a youngster. And I'm going to go with the 49ers in that one. And I know that seems weird, but I think if the Niners can get that far, they're going to carry over that confidence. And the Patriots, they're really good. But there are games where that team does not show up. I cannot say the same for the 49ers. They lost games this year, but they were all close. There were games this year where the Patriots, I don't know. And Brady's gotten off to some slow starts. Now, he didn't last week, but he is sitting out with a shoulder injury. We'll see how that injury plays out. But if the Patriots get off to a slow start against the Niners, they will not win that championship. Now you are going with the Giants-Patriots.
Giants-Patriots.
Who do you think wins that one?
I'm going to give it to the Patriots. I think Tom Brady is going to win. That would be his 4th Super Bowl, correct?
Yes, it would be his 4th.
I think he wins 4 Super Bowls, and I think their defense steps up. I think their defense can force turnovers, and they can get to the quarterback when needed. And that's what's going to win them the games.
I can definitely see it. I think I would have to go with the Giants in that one. You got the Harbaugh Bowl. The Harbaugh Bowl. The Super Harbaugh Bowl. Who do you see picking up a victory in that one?
It's hard to say. It's hard to pick either team. Both have shutdown defenses. Both offenses can move the ball slowly, but ball control will be the key in that game.
I think the thing is, which quarterback do you trust more in a matchup like that? And I trust Alex Smith more.
Joe Flacco, he's not clutch.
Yeah.
He can give you a good half, but he can't close out the game.
Yeah. And it would be interesting, if those two teams make it, or the 49ers and the Patriots, because in the last 6 years, the Super Bowl winner has been a team that did not have a bye. Now, for that to continue this year, it'll have to be the Giants to pull it off. But I think it just shows that the bye does not mean as much as it used to. I mean, 4 out of last 6 Super Bowl winners were playing on Wild Card Weekend. That says a lot about confidence and motivation by playing that first game and then going on the road in the second week. Momentum, and it makes you a battle-tested team. Well, that's going to be our roundup for football picks this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the championship games. They're certainly going to be great. We'll be back next week with one of our final episodes. It will be the Pro Bowl next week. So never mind, I'm an idiot.
Pretty much.
We probably won't do a Pro Bowl show.
We could. I mean, don't get us wrong. We could do. We could talk about our predictions for next year's Pro Bowl.
Shut.
We'll probably talk about how big of a joke the Pro Bowl is.
How
if
nobody
anything.
tries.
Yeah, that's true.
Drew Brees, did he break his elbow in a Pro Bowl game? couple years ago. He was injured in a Pro Bowl game.
Can you break an elbow?
I don't
That's
think
a
you
joint.
Can break an elbow.
That's a
You
joint.
can.
That's
Yeah,
a joint.
I've done it.
That's a joint.
I've done it.
That's a joint. Well, thank you for turning
I
in.
love joints.
We're going to be signing off.